Welcome to a super exciting episode today because we're looking at Zombie Cure Lab, a game that is not even out yet, but here is an exclusivity for you all. Some of you may be thinking, oh, another zombie game, but actually this one is definitely different for a couple of reasons. I myself don't usually actually like zombie games, but this one really caught my attention. Big thanks to the developer and the publisher for sharing this key with me so I can test it in advance and show it to you all. This is not a sponsored video though, so this will just be my own humble opinion. The game is coming in early access on Steam on December 7th. So don't hesitate to check in the video description below if you want to check it out on Steam and maybe wishlist it. But what is actually this game? Well, basically this is Banish meets 2-Point Hospital. There is a zombie apocalypse and of course we need to survive, right? You need to survive, you need to collect resources, develop a base. But a very interesting twist is that you shouldn't kill a zombie. The goal is to cure the zombie, to change them from zombies to umbies to then humans. And all this in a setting very similar to the 2-Point Hospital or 2-Point series, where the game is not taking itself too seriously, but at the same time there is a lot of depth. There is a lot of different resources, more than 200 research to do in the research tree. And also the production and logistic mechanics are quite deep. You can choose who's working during the day, who's working during the night, and many other elements like this. So hopefully I have piqued your interest and I'm going to show you live this game how it stands today. Again, this is going to be released in early access in a couple of days, but as you can see on the screen now, they also have a pretty detailed roadmap on what they're going to bring to the game during the early access phase. In particular, I'm really interested around the grand vision. They're talking about things like conquering the world map, so not just having one city here and there, but multiple cities that could be linked to each other. So some story missions, new biomes, and many other elements. So really a lot of thoughts into this roadmap. I'm really excited to see where it goes. And right away in this early access phase, there's already a number of different modes. There is a tutorial, then there's various difficulty for your sort of expeditions where you'll get, different resources at the start. You will also get attacked more or less often, those type of things. And you even have a full sandbox where you get tons of resources to very quickly, build the perfect lab if you wish. Today what I want to show you is to go through the tutorial together so you can really get a feel from the game. And I'd also love to hear in the comments below if you want to see more. Do you want to see a full let's play? Love to hear your thoughts. Please share in the comments below. Okay, let's dive in with the tutorial. Welcome to Zombie Cure Lab. Our world has unfortunately been overrun. Civilization has fallen, but a small team of plunky Canadians, it's not any types of scientists, it's Canadians, are trying to cure the zombie virus. Your goal is to cure the zombie in this area. We're going to build a functional lab and defend it, of course. And again, the key thing is not just to kill those zombies like many of those games, but it's actually to turn them back first into umbies and then ultimately into humans so that they can basically join your workforce, join your city. And the way this tutorial works is you can see in the top left corner, we're going to have some objectives to go through to explain the game. Let's dive right in. So we have a first city over here with storage and some landing, and we have some fences, but not much else, basically nothing else. Okay, a few people have arrived, and now the idea, is to move. You can move, of course, with WASD. You can zoom in and zoom out very far. This is the whole map right now for this tutorial. Then you can rotate with E and Q, and this, of course, will be all rebindable. And lastly, you can pause and unpause the game with space. So all classic elements just to get around. At the bottom of the screen, you have all of the resources that we have, right? And now we're gonna want to start actually, getting some more resources. So build a resource camp and a holding post, which is sort of transport. So let's move over here. You can see the build menu. You can press B also to get into it. We have different ones. I'm not gonna show them to you all right now. We're going to move into the production one that has the resource camp where people can chop trees, mine rocks, gather plants, those type of things. Cost 10 wood, that's all good. We have 150, and you can see where its range is going to be. So for now, for example, let's try to clear this whole corner over here. And then a holding post, this is people that are transporting the resources. So we're gonna put it close to our storage. You can also see, by the way, sort of where people are, right? Like there's a 2 feet. This is where they're coming from. Okay, and then we're gonna unpause the game. Some of our people, they are scientists, but they know that for now they have to be workers. So they're going to start working, building things. Here it is. And now they're going to start, actually do things. So if we click on this one, I have assigned 3 people. We can see their names, we can see their moods and everything. It's quite a lot of details. I'll get into those elements later on. And here there's also 3 people. We can even assign more. I'm going to assign 5 right away because right now there's not much else to be done. And they start working, right? They're starting to gather wild vegetables. Some of them are going to cut tree here. You can see, ooh, that's a big axe. Go ahead. Oh, it's actually a utility pole. Actually, we do have electricity, but this one is broken, so we're cutting it down. But yeah, we're getting some resources already. Got some glowberry, vegetables, and wood is going quite quickly. Could, by the way, also increase the speed, of course, over here. There's, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we finished the first part of this tutorial. Now we're moving into worker assignment, which is what I started to share with you all. But let me show you a bit more in detail. Is you can really assign people or unassign. So for example, here they're saying assign more workers. I think I actually did it. So that's a small bug because they are not telling me that I've already did it, but that's fine. So now I'm going to assign them more by clicking over here. Done. Then we can unassign also people if we want by clicking over here. I'm gonna reassign one more. Then you can also change, are they working only during the night? Are they working during day? Are they working during both? So for example, over here, they're telling me that for the main storage over here, I should tell them to only do day shift for 2 people. Then also, in terms of the job that they're doing in the resource camp over here, we can pick up and we can harvest, right? So I could tell a few people to only do pickup, or I could then tell some people to only do harvest, right? So there's a good amount of details over here to really decide what you want to be doing, who should be focusing on what. But now we get into the interesting thing, and also where you can see, in my opinion, the influence of the 2-point series, where you're gonna need to start building, a kitchen, and then in the kitchen put a dining table or a bedroom, and in the bedroom put some beds, those type of things. So that's gonna be quite interesting. Not go so fast. So where should we go? Maybe over here we can put those buildings. So first we need a kitchen, 10 by 10. So if we go back, the kitchen, I always forget, is over here. So kitchen, and we're gonna put it maybe over here, 10 by 10. Okay, here it is. We have 10 by 10 kitchen. And then we need the bedroom, 7 by 10. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to build it. And then of course, we're gonna, they're putting walls, right? Very cool. Taking out the resources. And we're gonna need to start putting, a number of things. Of course, we probably want a door. We can put the door over here and over here in the middle. And then we're gonna need how many? 5 beds. Okay, that's gonna take quite a bit of space. So 1 bed, 2 bed, 3 bed, 4 bed, 5 bed in the corners, and 1 couch. Oh, they're watching the TV. And in the kitchen, what do we need? We need a dining table only. Okay, that's easier. It does take quite a bit of space. Let's put it on the corner over here. Okay, let's accelerate a bit the time. Okay, building. Okay, we have a kitchen, it's closed, we have a door, dining table, we need to put it. Now they're walking over here on the bedroom. Of course, don't hesitate to share in the comments if you have any questions, thoughts, requests. I'd love to hear about it. One cool thing with a game like this is you also have a lot of potential for modding, right? In particular to create new beds, new types of things for all of your buildings. That could be really cool in the future too. You can also, by the way, decide, tell them, you know, this is a high priority. This is like the highest priority. Come build it. So somebody is gonna run away, right, to do it, you know. Or you can decrease, of course, priority. All of this also costs resources, of course, right? The dining table, I think, was 70 wood. So you need to continue making sure that you're cutting wood. At some point, we won't have any wood inside, so that's gonna become a problem. But yeah, all good, all good. Here it is, they're bringing some more resources to make the beds. Very simple beds for now. And our TV. And here it is, the TV is working. Now we're going to move into research, right? In like all city buildings, all survival games, research is important. So we have the research board in the bottom over here, and we're gonna spend a research point to unlock better items. We need to set up a science room, build some more a research deck to get some research points, and then do a research. So let's see, maybe in that corner over here, building science room. 10 by 10 again, quite a big one. I'm gonna leave one space. Okay, go for it. And then what do we need? We're gonna need a door, of course. We're gonna need also a research desk over here. Oh, actually 3 research desks, sorry. So you can rotate with R, by the way, classic. So we're gonna put it 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. We're still on day 1, but it's gonna be the night soon. Zombie threat level, you know, obviously that's an important indicator in the future. You can also take a bit of time to look at the rest of the map. You know, there's gonna be some resources like the mines, but also some things from the old days, like this dilapidated radio tower, or over here, this abandoned fridge, this car. And then these are the research trees, right? There are multiple different ones. Okay, so now they're working. So for example, over here, we told them to work during the day and the night, right? So they're producing some research points using some glowberry. It's a mysterious berry. I think they're hungry. They're gonna go to the table and eat some food. Because of course, we need to take care of our people. They're gonna need to sleep. They're gonna need to eat and many other elements. 49 and 50. Okay, and let's research over here. You know, you can click over here or press F1, get into your production, and you will find the bellow beezer, a slow and crude method of freezing water to create ice pack. Right, some research costs, some build costs. Let's do this. Done, we have enough, and now we'll be able to build it. You lose the game if all of your workers are turned into zombie or if your main storage building is destroyed. Fans provide basic protection for your lab, right? Makes sense. They obviously need to attack that first. You'll also need to build gates so that your worker can go in and out. For now, they're sort of stuck inside. As with all games though, zombies will usually attack the gates first to make sure they try to get into. Since you don't want to destroy the zombies, you'll just freeze them, right? The goal is to cure them, right? So we need to freeze them first so that they can't do anything to us, and then so that we can start curing them. Cold weapons need ice pack as ammunition and an operator to function properly. You can get ice pack by scavenging or building or producing them. You can lock down your lab by clicking on the lockdown button in the lower right. Your worker will flee immediately inside, right? And they'll stay inside. It is, we're in lockdown, we're not in lockdown anymore. We need to build a gate. There is a tunnel over here, so let's build it closer to the tunnel. So B, defenses, gate. Right, let's put it over here, perfect. Then we're also gonna want to build this new building we just created, which is the bellow beezer to create some ice pack, sorry, which we're gonna put maybe over here. And then we need to build some defenses. Okay, so we've built the gate. As you can see, I have my first Jody Michaeli that went out to start harvesting, right? Because some of the resources are outside. We could also say, oh, go right away over here if we want to make sure to get it. But that's not important right now. What's important is to build a snowball shooter. We need to be able to defend ourselves. So defenses, snowball shooter, it's gonna consume electricity when shooting. So we need to be careful with that. And of course, it has a range. We want to put it inside, but at the same time also close to the outside, right? Let's put it close to the gate for now. And here it is. We have somebody there, somebody working on it, right? He's ready to work on it. He's gonna need some ice packs. They're not there yet. And you can even decide if it should attack the closest target, the strongest or the weakest. So a lot of already great elements, but as you can see, it is not connected to electricity. So what we need to do is build a new power pole, right, that will be in range. And put one there and also one there to make sure that we're covering the whole place. You can see 2.5 per hour and hours of the day, right? Not hours in game, not hours, in real life, of course. Okay, producing. And here it is. We have a first ice pack that have been delivered. We need 10 to finish this mission. And next night, we're gonna have an attack. 19 zombies. This is day 2. We're starting day 2. You can see it over here, right? Upcoming event. Clicked on it so that they delivered over here. And then he's going to pick it up. As I said, some of the object will need electricity to function, so you need to be careful with that. We're gonna produce electricity with generators, wind turbines, solar panels, so different ways to produce it, and then just connect with those power poles that I just showed you. You can even create several different grids, and there's a few solar panels on my main storage, which is why we have electricity right now. And if you want to be able to cure the zombies, we need a treatment chamber. This is in science room over here, treatment chamber. Let's put it inside our science room. It's quite a big one. Let's put it over here. Perfect. And we're gonna need some resources and to connect it to the grid. So right now, I'm not sure, yeah, there's no electricity. So let's build another of those poles. Let's put one here and then one in the corner over there. They're all hungry, going to eat. This one is sleeping. Right, you can see he's resting. We need to capture the zombies, of course, to start making them or transforming them. And then we're going to move them into a chamber. So yeah, we need to freeze the zombie when they're going to attack us later today. Let's skip ahead to the night. Okay, it's getting dark and the zombie attack is almost upon us. So let's lock down the lab. Everybody's running inside. Good. And we have, 2 people over here. Let's put a second one there, just in case. Now they're only walking inside the lab. And here it is, nightfall. They're attacking. Let me just slow down a bit the time. Oh, and actually, these ones are a bit further away from this. So we may get into trouble over here. Can I build very quickly a third one on that side too? Rotate. Okay, we're gonna need also some electricity. This health is going down, but yeah, they're attacking with a lot. This health is going down too. Now they've moved to the gate, so that's great, except this one is getting frozen, right? Slowly but surely. And here it is. We have one that's frozen, moving to the next one. You can even repair the gate, by clicking over here. So now my gate is at full strength again. We only have one weapon right now, so it's taking a bit of time. Maybe for the tutorial to be a bit easier in terms of user experience, I would suggest to them, to have made several. Also to tell us exactly where they would be coming from, so we can prepare for it. Yeah, my second has been built over here just in case. And as the night is finished, they're going away. We have frozen a couple. So now we stop the lab lockdown. That way the gate can be reopened. Oh, there's one that's over here. But I want to make sure that actually it gets tagged. No, if fled. Okay, we're taking them into the lab now. The first one is coming. I think we actually have only one space. So we're using some glowberry and some wood, and we're gonna transform this one over here. And now here it is. this is a level 1 zombie. So it is going to be part of my workforce. You can see it's now over here, but it doesn't mean it can't be reinfected or all those type of things. So we have to be careful, but that's what we have to be very careful is once a zombie moods get very low, you know, this mood over here, if you don't feed them, for example, they turn hungry, and an hungry zombie will damage, you know, the lab, attacking things. We can freeze them again, we can put them in the calming station to calm them down. They're going to eat raw meat instead of, you know, the normal meat, and they need skill training room to exercise their muscle. So like all city builders, right, you have needs. So let's set up a skill training room over here maybe. As always, we need a door. And how many do they say? Just one? Okay, let's just put one for now. Done. And then we need to produce meat to feed them. As you can see, we only have 10 right now. Meat cultivator, and it's not on the floor, right? It needs to be in the kitchen. So we're gonna put it over here, not just next to the table. And their feeding pile over here. I could have created also another kitchen if I wanted, but I think we don't really have a lot of space right now. By the way, they are going to attack again. It's not like they attack just once and then stop. But be careful, this is slowly but surely getting unfrozen. We still have some ice packs, but we have to be careful. I feel like this is going very fastly down. And you may remember at the beginning we had an helicopter that came. We can use that helicopter back and forth. I'll show you in a minute. If you click over here at the bottom, you can trade. For example, I can send 1 or 2 if I want of those new zombies that I have. This will increase the cure progress, or I can give me some researches. And in exchange, you know, there's also some resources that are at the lab HQ that I can request. For example, I'd love to request more ice pack just to make sure we can defend ourselves, and then we can send the helicopter back and forth. Now, unpausing, we can see, you know, the helicopter is now going to go. I think it's going to arrive at 11:16 and it's 10:45 right now, so we'll see it in a couple of minutes. Somebody is getting treated. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, he's arriving, he's delivering some resources, but he's also going to pick up some things, right? We're picking this up, delivering this. So it's delivered a lot of those ice packs, that's great, and it's taken 2 zombies, so instead of 3 I only have 1 left now. And it's going to arrive at 12:46 over there. And this is also obviously linked to the map, right? I click on the map over here, S4. You can see the Moose Lab is over here. Right now I'm there. Later you could do some tradings and many other things. You can also see, you know, there's slots to create new labs a bit across the map. A couple of other small things I wanted to show you is that over here you have your worker overview and your assignment overview, and so you can quickly see who's working on what, right? In each of these, is there people working or not? Or with your workers, you can see for all of the workers, you know, what is their mood, are they hungry, all those type of things. So it's definitely some great way to manage your population and your productions. And then, like all city builders, you know, to move forward, you're gonna start doing research, you're gonna start to upgrade your buildings, build more buildings, extend your city, right? We're already getting a bit out of space. So over here, you know, I can build more fences, expand further, I can create small bases if I want. But hopefully this has given you a great introduction, a great overview of the game to understand if this is something you would be interested in. As I said at the beginning, don't hesitate to check in the video description below if you want to go to the Steam page. The game will be released in early access in just a few days. So this is again an exclusivity, but not a sponsored video. And if you want to see a full Let's Play on the channel, don't hesitate to tell me in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching. Don't hesitate to smash the like button, and I hope to see you next time.